Okay, gentlemen. All right. Nate and everybody, why did you guys pick the okapi? I've never had anyone ever do that. It's kind of a weird pick. Why did you guys choose that?
Because it was an interesting looking animal.
Yeah.
How'd you even find it?
The iPads. Just the
Well, I
website.
realize you probably use the internet,
Yeah,
but I mean,
I don't know, it's
what-
on the website.
what about that one? It was just on a website and you just happened to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us about it, guys.
Well, it's basically it's cross between a zebra and a giraffe and I think a gazelle, but it's actually the last known ancestor of the giraffe.
So it's not a mixture of a giraffe and a zebra. It's not like a zebra and a giraffe got together and had a lot of love and made a baby.
No.
Okay, so it's like
Not to that extreme.
It's like an ancestor of each group,
Yeah.
basically. So the okapi,
Hybrid.
guys, think of it like this: the okapi is a group, and then maybe some okapis migrated this way, and some giraffes migrated that way, or okapis went this way, and they started to change in that area, and that's how you get different species.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Tell us about it.
Well, they actually, when they walk, they leave they have like this tar stuff on their hoof.
Gross.
So when they walk, it leaves a tar print so other okapi know where they have been.
Like all the time?
Yeah, all the time.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Are we just
Yeah.
I'll just leave that in.
Okay.
Okapis prefer to eat in small forests, like where trees fall in, because there's a whole bunch of small plants.
Okay.
So they like eating those. They eat 40 to 65 pounds of food per day. They eat many varieties of leaves, ferns, bushes, fruit, and insects. They don't eat insects a lot, just
So
sometimes.
they're not herbivores.
What?
They're not herbivores. They eat insects.
Yeah.
They eat insects, but
Not a lot,
rarely.
yeah.
So they're basically herbivores.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Leopards eat the okapi. They're the main
Yeah.
thing that eats them, and they do not have gallbladders.
Yeah.
That's really random.
Fantastic.
Okay. What's how big are they? That's one big thing I always like to know.
They are, I think they're about as tall as a moose, like a really big moose. But they're about as tall as that. Like.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
like 6 to 8 feet.
I don't know. You guys don't have that in your description at all? How big they are?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I think I remember seeing they were like 6 to 8 feet.
Okay, that's pretty big. That's almost as tall as this room.
Yeah. And Jaxson, yes.
All right.
And they actually, they have these humongous ears to catch the slightest sound, so they can sense a hoof print. Forget it was like half a mile away. Their ears pick up the slightest sound. So when they hear it's for predators mainly.
Right, but you said they could sense hoof prints.
Yeah.
Not with their ears, obviously.
Yeah.
You mean like with their nose or what?
No, like he can hear them.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, they can hear 'em
sorry,
walking?
yeah, they can hear them.
Oh, okay. That makes
So
sense.
it's
Okay.
kind of cool actually.
That is cool.
And they eat what was it? They eat plants that are poisonous to most herbivores and humans. So like this one right here. Yeah, that's what they eat. And yeah, I thought it was kind of
That's a
cool.
good question. Here's a question.
What's
What's the plant called?
I can't remember.
Something weird.
It's just a poisonous plant in the tropical rainforest.
Do they have long necks like a giraffe, or are they like normal proportioned?
It's about medium.
Like a deer.
Do you guys have a picture of a whole one anywhere?
Yeah, right
Where it's
here.
like standing?
Right here.
But that's not really a picture.
Or right there.
Okay. So it's kind of like, almost like a zebra body
Yeah.
with kind of a like longer-ish neck.
Yeah.
Would it be like okay? I think I get it.
Would it be like what?
Well, I was going to say would it be like the length of like a horse neck, but then you said zebra. So then
Well, it looks, if you see that picture, I would say it's longer than a horse neck, wouldn't
Yeah.
you say?
It's
Oh.
long. It's longer
yeah,
than a
but then you
horse
said
neck.
longer, so then
Oh, yeah. I'd say it's longer. Not a lot, though. It looks like a horse with a longer neck, I would say. Pretty cool.
And they're generally solitary animals, except when the females have their calves with the males. And their litter size, they only have one. They only have one baby.
Cool. Let's have the other guys also participate a little bit here, too.
Going with the litter size, there's only been one recorded twins that they've had.
I was just going to ask that. So they don't very often have twins.
No. And
Do you guys know at all, like, did you find their gestation at all? How long are they pregnant or anything like that?
I think it was.
Same as a human, kind of. I I think.
It was like
Months.
16 to 18 months.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Mine
quite a bit more than Pete.
Yeah.
We talked about that in my first art class a little bit. Generally, the size of an organism determines their gestation. Gestation is just how long their things are pregnant. So humans are 9 months, roughly, or 9 or 10 months. If you think about smaller organisms, they're generally less. Like a mouse is a few weeks, I think. But when you talk about like elephants are like 2 years. Yeah, so it's just a lot longer time because it's a bigger baby.
It's a big baby.
It's a big
What about a
baby.
whale?
It's a big baby.
What else we got, guys?
They like the elevation that they live in is around 1,500 feet to 3,000 feet.
So like
So,
high
like-
areas.
They live in the higher rainforest, not the
Yeah.
lowlands.
Sometimes they'll go down to the forest floor for food, but this is their general liking.
Well, go ahead.
So they don't live on the forest floor, they live in the trees? No.
Mountains.
Mountains.
Well, it's still the
Mountains.
forest floor. It's just
Yeah.
Higher.
it's
That'll
just higher
make
up.
sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still the forest floor. Yeah, there's not okapis, climbing up trees that often.
Their main region is Central Africa. They live mostly in like basins in Africa.
In basins,
Well, like the
because basins are low places.
no, I know, but like the upper part of the
Plateaus?
basin, like, yeah.
Okay,
They like to move around a lot.
all right.
Okapis, yeah, fallen trees. They spotted around fallen trees.
Pete,
Um,
look at Jody.
Noah.
Why do they like high places?
It's like a mountain goat. Mountain goat likes high places. They like high places.
Yes, dude.
Meh.
All right.
Okay.
The Turi forest is a special reserve for okapis and other animals that are like, because okapis are like kind of like, they're not like extinct. Well, I mean, they're not like endangered, but they're like getting close to it.
Do you guys know what they call that? You know they?
On the verge of extinction.
No. Well, that's endangered. Before that,
Risk.
No. They're called
Birds
threatened.
coming awesome.
Threatened.
They're called threatened.
Close.
So they're probably considered threatened, or they're very close to being threatened.
Okapi, yeah, the okapis are very solitary and they stay in one place like for a while. Yeah, the okapis are on the verge of becoming extinct. Yeah, so endangered.
Grace.
I'm confused because you said that they like to move around, but he said that they like to stay in hooks. Yeah. So
Well,
which is it?
It's kind of hard, but they do like these spots. But then they like to move to the forest floor. Then they like to stay. Then they, like I said, they're solitary most of their life.
Groups of
but
them
they have-
live in different places. They don't all one group go here and here and here. Some of them live here. And
Some of them are there, some are there.
And
Yeah.
more than likely, once they use the resources, they're gonna move.
Yeah.
They're gonna move around a little bit too. So they might stay in one place for a while, and then they might move somewhere else for a while.
No.
I have a couple questions. First one is like, are they like a game animal where like, hunters can hunt them?
No. They have been known. They are known to be hunted for because
Poachers.
their fur's very thick to protect it from injury, but the fur is also used to create luxurious handbags for women. So
Do
yeah.
they live in herds?
No, they're like
Travel by themselves.
they travel by themselves, and they're solitary. And their general diet is bugs, grass, and then the leaves.
So they're basically herbivores. I mean, when do they eat bugs? I mean, is that just
Like if they're
occasionally?
tired of the leaves.
I guess if
or
they're
they
tired.
They can't
find
find
anything.
anything.
Yeah.
They just want something.
Okay.
And they have this humongous tongue.
Like a giraffe.
Yeah, like a giraffe, but longer, I think. And as you can, they strip the leaves off the branches, and they're the only mammal. I'm pretty sure they're the only mammal that can clean their ears and eyes with their tongue.
Giraffes can do that too, actually, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
that's
can
the
do
same
that.
type of
Right, but they're not the same species. Good. Anything really cool, like pictures-wise, that you guys really liked?
The interesting facts: they can actually travel up to 2.5 miles a day and half a mile for food.
So they'll stay basically within that half mile most of the
Yeah.
time.
And something else. Which one was it? Oh yeah, the zebra stripes for They use the zebra stripes for camouflage.
And I see its butt, basically, its back third.
Yeah,
is
the
striped.
hindquarters and the forelegs is generally where it's at.
Cool.
And then
Do they, like the males fight for the females during mating
No.
season or not?
no,
They play charades.
they
One
just
say yeah, one say no.
Oh.
You said they're
sometimes.
solitaire.
Yeah.
They're a solitary animal.
Except when they have,
then they-
except when they look for a mate,
Right.
and they have their cat, and they have their calf.
And so it could be a deal where they don't run into lots of mating. You know, there's not lots of competition for mates because they kind of wander into each other.
Yeah.
So
And up here is their main. Is where they. It's the Democratic Republic of Congo.
you guys remember looking at that? That right in the center of Africa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
That's,
where is their general vicinity.
How long does the mom use to stay with the baby?
No, 16 to 18 months is their gestation period. And then, I'm not sure how long they stay with their baby. I think they stay with them until they're big enough to like, until they're big enough to just travel on their own.
it's a good amount of time because
Yeah.
all mammals have to feed their young milk, so it takes some time. You know, obviously. Quickly, Billy.
How long do they live?
15 to 20 years. Sometimes 30.
Okay. Any other
Got it.
questions for these guys?
Nice.
Oh wait, yeah,
I remember.
Give them a hand.